Hey guys, what's up, it's jjaaxxthelegend here, and today I'm here with the Minecraft tutorial / information video all about fireworks. Fireworks are reasonably easy to craft in survival. You just need some gunpowder and paper. However, they aren't used much for firework shows. Of course, they are used a lot for rockets, but they aren't used for their main thing, firework shows, which is so pretty, and it's quite sad that they aren't used for that. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how easy to create and how easy to set off they are so you can create your own firework display for your Minecraft world. So let's get on to the basic things. So let's start with the rocket. This sort of firework type thing doesn't have any effects on it. So if I press this button and look behind me, you can see, you can't really see it at all actually, so you just hear the sound if you're listening, and it just goes straight up. And depending on if I add 1, 2, or 3 gunpowder, it can take me to different distances. So let's grab out my Elytra, chuck it on. So I'm going to start with the 1, then I'm going to go to the 2, and then the 3. So let me just organize my inventory so I can see that. Let me just hop into game mode survival. We're first starting off with the 1, so let's do this. So if I fly straight ahead, and then do a little like a turn here, you can see I just get to this forest. So let me go back and we'll do number 2. Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to do flight duration number 2. So let's go. Oh, and don't fall off like that if you're trying to use your Elytra, especially if you're doing it from a higher height. Let's do this. So let's see if I can make this turn here and then get into the forest. So I've definitely got further into the forest because when I used number 1, I just got over there. So it definitely added me a few blocks. So let's head back to do number 3. Okay, I'm climbing up my ladder now and I'm ready to do flight duration number 3. So let's go. So I'm definitely going, it feels like fast, maybe I'm not, but feels like I'm going faster, and I'm going reasonably far into the forest. Of course, I'm weaving through trees, but yeah, definitely further. So let's hop back on one of these trees and travel back to the firework area of doom. If I can stop. Oh no, I just run into a wall. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so now we've done the elytras with the regular rockets. Let's move to the right a little bit to have a look at the firework crafting recipe. It has a firework star, that's the only difference. So if you have a look in this chest here, I can grab out one of these, or I can press this button here. If I press that, you can look behind it and you can see the trail and then a pretty little ball. I'm just going to place that back, and you still can have different flight durations just by adding 3 more gunpowder or 2 more, just like that. But while using an elytra, if you grab these out and try and fly with them, you can hurt yourself or even potentially kill you because these do damage while using them with an elytra. Okay, so if the most important thing when creating a firework is this firework star, let's have a look at how to create that. Just moving to the right a little bit. To create the firework star, you will need some gunpowder and some dye. And then of course you can add one of these around it. So you can add like a feather, a golden nugget, a diamond, some glowstone, a creeper head, or a fire charge. So this is very similar and you can use any dye. Okay, so you're probably like, Jax, I know how to make a firework star and I want to use some of these, but I have no idea what any of these do. Well, let's have a look to the side and you can see what they do. So here, a fire charge, as you can see, gives a large ball. So back then, you saw a smaller ball. Here, you'll see a bigger one. As you can see in the distance, very big that ball is. And then, so you use your firework star, and then you place a fire charge next to it to get that effect. A gold nugget must give a star shape, like this sign says. Let's have a look. You can see, it's a pretty little star. You could do this in gold or green. It could be a green star. So again, it's the same thing, but with a gold nugget. The feather gives a burst explosion. I actually really like this, because I always see that like fireworks shows. Kind of a little burst, it's not in a real shape, it just poofs out, and then a creeper head, or any head. Like if you're on a server with mob heads, you can use a spider head there, a player head. When I was crafting these on AlphaCraft, I used Wild One's head for a few. You can press this, and poof, you can see the creep head. And then with the diamond, this gives it a trail effect. So, you can use this by pressing it, and as you can see, it kind of falls down like that. Where a normal ball back here, although it is a larger one, it kind of just stops there. But again with the trail, it slowly falls down. And then glowstone dust, it gives you a crackle effect, which means when you like blow it up, it kind of crackles away instead of just disappearing. So now you know what all of those are. It's time to get a bit more fancy and add some fade colors. Okay, to add a fade color to firework stars, all you have to do is grab your firework star and place the fade color next to it. So this is going to be a large ball that's green, fade to orange. Press this button, you can see that exactly. So it's green, and boo, it fades to orange. One more time. Green, and it fades to orange. And you can do this on any single firework thing you want. So it's really cool. Okay, so now let's go over and to the other side of the wall. Okay, on this side of the wall, we have how to create a really cool firework. So, this is what it's going to be. So you need to choose your color, shapes, and effects. So this is obviously going to be a large ball that has a trail effect. So here we have a large ball, red and orange with trail. So red and orange. And then step 2 is add some fade colors. You can add multiple fade colors. So I've got lapis lazuli and purple, I think that is, yep, purple dye. Then step 3, create the firework. Choose height of 1 to 3. And here I've got 2 gunpowder, so that must mean I'm choosing the height of 2. So here it is. Now here's a couple of other firework combos. So this firework here is a creeper shaped lime, fade to blue/yellow with a trail and a sparkle. You can see that. And then this is my favorite one. It's a large ball, red, blue, lime, yellow, and it fades to purple. Ready? It's rainbow. It is so cool. It is just so cool. So I love this one. This one's probably my favorite one. So now let's move on to some of the redstone things you can use to create your firework displays. Because now you have all of the fireworks you need. Okay, so now it's daytime because I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a few different firework displays. So let's start off with the most basic one, just a button leading to a dispenser. To do this, you just have to place a button, and then underneath that button, which has a block on it, place some redstone going into the bottom block the dispenser's on, or just going straight into the dispenser. And then putting your fireworks into that dispenser. So I press this button, pew, and it's a very pretty rainbow one. And then the next one we have, if we move across, is slightly more complicated. What we have here is just the same sort of thing, and then instead of just going straight into the dispenser, we have 2 repeaters, one on 1 tick, and then the second one on 2 ticks. So no clicks and 1 click. Then we have the next one that's on 1 click and 2 clicks. Then 2 clicks and 3 clicks. Then 3 clicks, 3 clicks, and no clicks. So it gives a cute little sort of firework display like that. However, if you want to see each individual firework, you might want to space it out a bit more. And that is really easy to do. So the next one we're going to do is this little clock here. Which if I didn't want to place fireworks in here yet because it'll go on forever. Place your fireworks in here and it dispenses them automatically. Just like that, and then after a little while it will dispense one again. Just like that. Now let me just take this out. We can get on to showing how to build this one because this one may look a bit complicated. So, to build this, just grab out some redstone repeaters, some building blocks, and you'll need like some source of power, so I'm just going to use a button. Or probably the easiest one to use is a lever. Yeah, especially if you're in survival, but if you're in creative, you can use a button. Okay, so let's start by placing a block of concrete, or any block there, and then 3 redstone repeaters coming out of each other. The first one coming out of that block of concrete. Then place another block of concrete in front of that, with 3 more like that. Then another block of concrete. You just want to continue wrapping this around, so you get a full-on current. And then click these 3 times each, so it should look like that. All of them like this. So when you look from one edge, it should have like this arrow going into another arrow, going into another arrow, which goes into a block. You see this arrow here, that goes into another arrow, and then it like wraps around. So now all you have to do is put a lever on the block you want it to start on, quickly flick it on, then off, really quickly, like that. And it should just keep on going round and around. And if this doesn't work, make sure all of your repeaters are facing the right way. Unlike I did in the AlphaCraft episode. And try not to do this at 4 AM like I did. So now, you have to place a piece of redstone dust and just make that go into a dispenser, which I'll grab from over here. Just like that. And place your fireworks in there. And boom. So now, let's move on to the next firework sort of thingy. Okay, our final firework display technique thingy is actually the one that I used on AlphaCraft. So if I press this button here, there's 1 firework that comes in from each side, and then they both end up in the middle. Then here I've got, I think it was 7 repeaters that can lead to another row of this, or just something completely different. So now I'll show you how to build this. So you can make this as long as you like, and so I'm just going to make it however long this is, which is 5, with a 2 block gap in between. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should have a middle one here. And then you can place a repeater going into each of every one of them. Make sure to do this on the side that's not facing your audience. So your audience will be sitting on this side, because otherwise the repeaters can look a bit dodgy. Or you can have this slightly in the ground, and set all of these repeaters to 4 ticks, so you need to collect them 3 times. Then you can place redstone behind each and every one of these repeaters like this. And then from this side, place 2 repeaters, and then 2 more repeaters, and then from this side, 2 repeaters, and 2 more repeaters. Just like that. Now place all the first repeaters on 4 ticks on both sides. Just like this. Then come back to the first side, either side, and place this one on 2 ticks, so 1 click. And then the next one on 3 ticks, so 2 clicks. And then come back over to the other side and place it on 2 ticks, so 1 click. And then 3 ticks, so 2 ticks. 3 ticks, so 2 clicks, not 3 ticks, so 2 ticks. And then grab some redstone dust and bring this right around, making sure that it doesn't touch the other redstone, so right around to this other side. So now, oh, you also might have to add a repeater in the middle of that. So now if you grab a button out of your inventory and press it, see this nice little pattern. So let me just go grab some fireworks and put this in so we can see it. Okay, I've loaded all of these dispensers up, and now if we press this button here, you can see the pattern that they do. And it's really awesome, and it can cause a little bit of lag like that. But I personally love this sort of display. So now I'm going to show you how to hook it up. So come to this very side here, the one furthest away from your button. Place 1 piece of redstone dust going out, then 7 redstone repeaters. You can place this like that. You can go 1, 2, and then 5 more, or you can do it however you want. Just make sure there's 7 of them. And then put them on, all of them on 4 ticks delay, so 3 clicks. Just like that. And then you can hook up some more dispensers. Like that. So when you press this button, you can come over here and watch this. And by the time those fireworks are finished, this one should have hit the end, which it did, which is perfect. So now let's have a look at it at night. Have a bit of a look. and it really looks like a realistic firework display. And remember, when creating your firework displays, sometimes these fireworks do go a bit wonky in the sky because of Minecraft physics, which is actually quite realistic. So remember, they won't always be perfect. So now you know how to create all these different fireworks and can have fun using all 9 slots to create some awesome fireworks. So you can use all 9 slots or just your 2. And did you know there's over 9 quadrillion different types of fireworks? That is incredible. So now that you know how to do all that, leave a comment down below whether you like that creeper faced one or the rainbow one. Let's go have a look at those now. So whether you like this one, that one, or the rainbow one. I definitely love the rainbow one. It's definitely my favorite. So now it's going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys later. Peace. And remember, stay carbonated.